Today we're going to read a book called Weather in Winter. Cold weather. It is a cold winter day. Snow falls. Earth tilts. This makes the seasons. Part of Earth tilts away from the sun in winter. Earth gets less sunlight in winter. Temperatures drop. Snow and ice. Water freezes at cold temperatures. It becomes a solid. Rain turns to snow. Rain and snow can turn into ice. Parts of ponds and lakes freeze. Ice forms on the surface. Spring comes after winter. Snow and ice will melt in spring. The end. So you'll notice at the end of the book that it said in spring the snow and ice will melt. Why do you think that is?
Hi, welcome to Bradley Public Library's Little Steamers. Today we are going to be doing a science experiment with freezing. I have an assistant today. This is my son Riley, and Riley is going to be helping us. So, what is ice made of, Rylan?
Liquid.
Liquid! And what liquid is that?
Water.
It is water. So we are going to take the water that is in a liquid state. So we can drop things in this. We could drink it. It's liquid. It's really movable. And we can pour it out. But we really can't hold water, because when I try and hold water, it's liquid and it all falls out. But when it gets cold, really cold, below 32 degrees, it freezes. And when it freezes, it becomes a solid. And I can pick it up and I can hold it because it's solid and it's stuck together. So in the liquid state, the molecules move all around and they're not stuck together. But in a solid state, they're stuck together. All right. So one of the things that we're going to do is it's a two-part process. We're going to make our bags. Actually, we're going to use gloves. You're going to need a glove. We're going to fill our gloves with some stuff. So I have a bucket of stuff here. I have some bells and some, oh, there's a spider in here. I've got some pieces from a game and some sparkly stuff and snowflakes, and we're going to put them inside. So Riley and I are going to fill our gloves up with this, and then we're going to fill it with water, tie it up. You can use a rubber band, or you can use a string, or if you leave enough space, you can maybe even tie it like this at the end with some adult help. And then you're going to stick it in your freezer overnight, and the next day we're going to take it out, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Yeah, I've got a tire in mine. That will be fun.
Tire.
Yeah, I got a tire. I think it must have been a Lego tire, because we just gathered stuff from all around the house.
Wait.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with water. What do you think is going to happen to these things if they're surrounded by water when it freezes? I wonder. So I can't wait to find out.
I'm trying to stack some of them.
You're trying to stack some? That's a good plan. And I'm going to put some in here. Now I'm going to start filling mine with water. I've got a lot of stuff in there. And this is going to need, you're going to need an adult to help, okay? So we're going to hold this open, and I'm going to pour this right in there. Look at that. I'm not going to fill it all the way to the top. I'm just going to fill it to here because I want to make sure that I have room to close it. So look at that. So this is my glove that is definitely filled with a liquid because it's all squishy. And then I'm going to take a rubber band here. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to put a rubber band right at the top. And then I'm going to stick this inside my freezer overnight. And we will see tomorrow what happened. Right. Riley and I are back, and guess what? It's the next day. And look at my glove. Now, when I put it in the freezer, it was liquid. But now, it is solid. I can't move anything. I can't bend the fingers. I can't squish it. It's solid. So that means all the molecules are stuck and they're frozen. So we've got a frozen glove. So what we're going to do now is Riley and I are going to take off our rubber gloves. And there's a couple tips for you. He's going to untie his string and I'm going to take off my rubber band. But to get the plastic off, you might want to just run it under a little bit of warm water really quick so you can peel off the glove. Now, Miss Caitlin read that story to us and asked, what happens when the sun gets closer and everything gets warmer in the spring after winter? And what happens when ice comes around things that are warmer? It starts to, I don't know what our guess is. So let's try and see. I have a hypothesis that it's going to make, do you think it's going to make the liquid freeze around it? Or do you think that when it gets warmer out, the ice is going to melt? Oh, I've got a piece of glitter. The ice is going to melt. All right, guys, here we go. Riley and I are going to start melting our things. I can't wait for you to watch. Now we are going to try and melt this ice so that we can get to the treasures inside and see what we can pull out. We're going to use some tap water that's normal room temperature, and we're going to use some little bit warmer water. And also we're going to put some salt on because salt will cause a chemical reaction and melt ice as well. Thank you for joining us today at Bradley Public Library for Little Steamers. Did you have fun today, Rylan?
Yes.
Yes. And what was our hypothesis? That the water was going to freeze or melt? I think I said freeze, but he said melt. And then what happened when we put the water on the ice?
It melted.
It melted. Now, did the warm water work better or the cold water?
Warm.
The warm worked faster. And what was the other thing that we put on the ice? Salt. And it made a chemical reaction and it melts. The salt melts through the ice and it made this cool cracking sound. So that was fun. Riley is going to keep doing this because he has a couple more treasures, and we learned all about how our liquid can turn to a solid when it's frozen. And then when it gets warm, it turns back into a liquid. Have fun experimenting with this, everyone. See you later. Bye.